Akira is a film that's widely known by the anime community as being one of the greatest animated films of all time. With its vibrant color patterns, interesting story, amazing animation, it's no wonder people consider this movie a cult classic and a timeless one at that. The movie opens to us entering a world filled with bright colors and shining buildings like something we could only imagine living in, and almost looking like paradise from the far distance, only for the camera to give us a closer glimpse of the area we're about to go in and truly realizing just how dreadful this place really is, as bike gangs roam the city streets and the army trying to keep stability in check by any means necessary. Many movies that have some sort of character that gains supernatural powers usually uses it for good and to fight evil as a means of fighting some sort of villain. But in the movie Akira, Tetsuo decides to use it as a means to gain power for himself, almost like a child wanting everything they see by crying and whining. Only this time, the story is much darker and much more sinister, as instead of being a hero, he just gradually becomes the main villain himself in this film. It's a world that's presented to us as being hopeless and having no such thing as law and order, but rather its own interpretation of the American Wild West, except in the near future, as law doesn't seem to enforce rules in the city of Neo Tokyo, but rather the chaos and fear that it emits, that keeps the citizens within the city in check. But what truly makes Akira so special is how it doesn't feel like it's an anime, or the animation doesn't look like an anime. It looks fluid like an actual person moving around as they create these frame by frames that give it this authentic look that I haven't seen any other anime show or animation be able to topple over or even be able to recreate. Now, I'm not here to make a 20-minute video on the analysis of the film, but the fact that it's one of the first to start off this idea of what anime is, and giving us a genre and setting in a film or show that we haven't really even explored. And the film Akira is a perfect representation on how to do it right. The atmosphere, art, dialogue, setting, all these combined with an incredible story and interesting characters help us understand this dystopian region that's still ancient to us. Most animes today tend to go in a different direction in art style and setting and voice acting. But what makes Akira in the 80s so special is how they weren't not catering to a specific audience, because there wasn't one. All they could do was hope for to make a film that was marketable, and Akira was. It was able to leave a mark on the anime scene, and I'm not a huge anime fan at all, but the art direction and animation got me hooked with this film, automatically becoming one of my most favorite films. Although the story pacing could have had some fine tuning and the English version could have had some better dialogue, the film just keeps moving on to another scene as it continuously keeps the viewer at the edge of their seats during the film. In a world where anime is plagued with same genres and storylines, with the same characteristics for every character, Akira shows us how anime could have been done right, and how it could use its own things to create an interesting story, plot, characters. It may not be perfect, but it damn well nearly is. Akira, it's a 5 out of 5.